My initial reaction was, no, don't, let's not do this. Actually, don't go to anybody else either. Just leave it, because it's not something that really should be done, I didn't think. And part of me still thinks that. And my agent said, listen, just think about it for a while. Jane would like you to introduce Douglas to a younger audience. And Jane and her daughter, Polly, are fans of your work, and they think you could do it. And that's really hard to turn down. When you're used to reading sci-fi and fantasy, you know that usually it's quite serious. But this, there was a guy who was looking for a cup of tea, one guy, another guy with two heads who was on the run because he stole a spaceship. It was just all parody and brilliance and one-liners and pratfalls and cosmic buffoonery. It was just amazing. It was like a breath of fresh air. They've endured, I think, because they're so funny. For me, that's the main thing. That you bring in these cast of hilarious characters and you have them saying very funny things in funny places. Everything is funny and unexpected. We were always going around talking Monty Python to each other, and you would say, Wolf Nibbletips, get him while they're hot, and someone else said, hey, lovely, and he'd look, he's not the Messiah, he's a very naughty boy. And then along came Douglas Adams, and we were doing that to each other as well, and so it's stuck in the teenage lexicon, and then it becomes a part of your memory and a part of your life. Apparently there were notes, but I didn't, and I could have had them, but I didn't want them, and I didn't use any of them. I didn't want to be confusion about who wrote the book. I want to kind of stand up and say, yes, it's me. If you like it, it's me. If you don't like it, it's also me. So I didn't want, the worst thing that could happen would be you screwed up Douglas Adams' notes. I mean, that's even worse than screwing up your own idea. So I just didn't take it. If Jane doesn't like it, I am not putting that. I'm not going to go through some kind of massive editing process. I'm just going to drop it, I sent it in, email to Sophie, my agent, and it came back in a few days. She rang and she said, Jane's read it. And I thought, oh God, this is like, an episode of Ally McBeal where the jury come back after half an hour. It's always bad. She's read 2 pages and she just doesn't like it, no. But she loved it. I kind of went the Star Trek way. I took a tight group, the 5 or whatever, and I stuck with them. So I picked my favorites, and that's obviously I picked Arthur, Ford, Trillian, Random, and then you gotta bring back Zaphod. And the last person I brought back is Wowbagger. So he comes into it, and he's a major character now, and he's actually one of the love interests. I won't tell you for who. And I've done something very controversial with Zaphod. Kind of, I don't know if I should say, but I don't know, we'll see. I could get some flack for this, what I've done to his anatomy. Where once were 2, now there are still 2, but one of them is over there. That's all I'm saying. There's a lot of little references that people will get who've read the series, but there's a lot of stuff that's for first-timers, and I wanted to get a nice balance so that there was enough in it for the hitchhikers that they would feel fulfilled, and there was enough in it for the newcomers that they would feel intrigued and they would go back and read the first 5. The best thing that could happen is if fans read the book and the general consensus was, it's not Douglas Adams, but it's funny. And I would be very happy with that.